Yeah, well, I didn't have a clear picture. I had this kind of an abstract image of sheer happiness. Hi, I'm Lana.
And I'm Jasper.
And we are
Modern Family, Real Talk.
We are a patchwork family.
But the stuff we talk about is also relevant for all families.
So let's get real.
Let's get wiser together.
Of course, with some hiccups, because we have 5 kids and some kids with special needs. All kids have special needs, but some have extra special.
Yeah.
I knew there would be some hiccups on the way. So that's why we will try to discuss our issues or subjects that interest us, are topical to us, but also look at other advice out there, experts, what do experts say on the topic, and analyze it, and hopefully it will be useful to all sorts of families, not just patchwork families.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to it.
Yes, but maybe we should tell first how we met, a little bit of our story.
Okay.
So the first time we met, it wasn't any Hollywood, their eyes locked moment. We didn't even register each other's presence because that was at a parents' meeting in a new school where your middle daughter and my son started.
Yeah.
And I was in the middle of a relationship. I was already divorced, and you were going through tumultuous times of separation from your wife.
Yeah.
So it wasn't relevant for us. We actually crossed paths just after you told your kids about getting divorced, right? So you just informed them. So not exactly ideal timing for romance.
No.
But fate had its own plan. We were in a parental group organizing an event for our children, your daughter and my son. And first came the WhatsApp group, and I spotted something straight away, that we had a lot in common. We had the same work ethic, and very quickly, we are both high school teachers. Very quickly we started running the show and took on a lot of responsibilities, while most parents were lying low and hoping not to get roped into something.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I started actually. You were not in the group. I was with your ex, and nothing happened. And and I remember the day where you were like writing in the group, "Hey, I'm here. I want to do it." And
Give me a task.
Yeah, and I felt the energy right away, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna jump on that wagon of energy, and
Yeah. So we had a lot in common.
Yeah.
And on the day of the event, we finally met and we talked for the first time.
Yeah.
And I could feel straight away that you were my person. I loved the way you talked, and I loved your voice, the way you approached things, and of course your musical talent. You're very talented.
Oh,
and I was so impressed how you seemed to be able to play any musical instrument invented.
Doing this, what's it called?
Kahoot.
Yeah, we were doing this Kahoot together, and I just remembered how we.
Well, I created the Kahoot, but I felt I needed your support.
Oh yeah, you created it.
And I said, "Can you be with me? Can you read the questions?"
Exactly. Yeah, that was fun time. And then I remember, when we finished all this, and we were saying goodbye to each other, I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna go and get myself a hug from you. So I went towards you. I really built up my nerves, and you did, hey, high five. So a high five was our first touch.
No hugs.
No hugs.
But then we started messaging each other.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say whose idea that was. Okay, it was mine.
Yeah.
And not long after, we started going on walks, because you worked very close to where I lived at the time. And again, the chemistry was ridiculous. It still is.
Yeah.
and we could talk about anything. And one cold day, we decided to get coffee at my place.
Yeah.
And this is the funniest story, ever so slightly embarrassing. I had already been following you on Spotify because you have your songs on Spotify, and I particularly liked one song that I may have been playing on repeat. And so when we came to my place, I asked Google, hey, play my favorite music. And what song blasted out? Your song.
I remember that.
I was so busted and embarrassed.
That was fun.
But that was probably the greenest light you could possibly get.
Oh my God. I mean, I've been in a relationship for so long, so I had no idea how to do it. So I didn't even know if you liked me, even though you were actually inviting me home. I could feel it, but when you've been listening to my song, I was like, okay, maybe there is.
Maybe she likes me.
Maybe she likes me. And then we had, this time where we were meeting each other and spending time with each other, which was fantastic. Everyone loves that time. And we pretty quick started to talk about, not quick, but after like 4 months, I guess, meeting that the children, we wanted to meet our children. We didn't say anything to our children because we thought it was important not to rush into things.
It was a delicate situation because 2 of our kids are classmates. And 3 of our kids go to the same school. I have twins, and my son and your middle daughter are classmates, and my daughter is in a parallel class. So it's tricky.
So 3 out of 5 in the same school. So, but so we thought about it a lot. I was just recently coming out of a marriage, so I was a bit anxious about it, about how they would react, and
it was very fresh. We talked to them privately. I talked to my son and asked him how he felt about your daughter, and he said, she's cool, and he's a bit of a troublemaker at school, but
and I asked my daughter about your son. What do you think of him? And be having this troublemaker image. I wanted to know how she felt, and she was like, he's cool and he's great, and okay, so
it was done in a natural setting of talking about classmates. It wasn't like all of a sudden.
No.
Yeah.
And they didn't suspect anything. They didn't know anything. So I think we did a real good job of hiding our relationship. Jan Blackstone, she writes that she advises, until you are sure this thing is going to be in your life this person is going to be in your life for a good long while. Introducing a series of partners can be confusing and emotionally damaging for children. And also Patricia Pepperno, she talks about this honeymoon phase, that you should at least wait until the honeymoon phase is over, and which is a bit funny because I felt like the honeymoon phase still lasts sometimes. It's like talk to your kids first is a big point. We did that as well. But then again, I think the true sign of this was going to be a good idea to start merging our families was when I found out that our 2 girls have secretly been meeting each other.
After we finally told them that we were meeting.
We told the kids we were seeing each other, and they were very happy.
The girls were very happy.
The girls were very happy.
My son freaked out That was his initial reaction.
Yeah.
In a very dramatic way, which kind of showed me that, okay, he is acting. Because it took a couple hours and then he was okay with the idea.
Yeah.
But he just thought it was a mixture of, oh, this is hilarious. Oh my God, my mom is dating my classmate's father.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my life is ruined.
Yeah.
But he was fine.
He was fine, and I think my kids they were happy.
And then we saw their reactions as well. For example, when I met your girls and your son, I got such positive reactions. The younger girls, they were like puppies. They were just so happy to meet me for the first time. It was incredible. I got the warmest hugs.
They were throwing themselves on the floor of happiness.
Yeah, like puppies.
And that was when I knew that our hearts...
Bellies up.
Yeah, our hearts were secure with you. That was that. So in this process of merging families, we decided to take a trip to the States.
Yeah, like a trial.
Yeah.
How we can coexist in the same space, all of us, all the seven of us.
So we went to the States, and it's funny because when we talk about it now, when we talk about it with our kids, it's all good memories. It's all just the fun things. But I remember it as also fun and good. I really remember the good things, but I was so anxious at that trip because we had some hiccups. You put it nicely, between you and me, between our kids, and I think what happened also was, like, I have a younger girl who is 3 years younger
than our preteens.
So she tried to, hang with the two older girls all
who
the time.
have already bonded.
Yeah, who had bonded, and so she was kind of a pain in the ass for them. And we were like, "What? You should hang with her. It's your obligation. You should do that.
It's a sister.
Yeah, it's your sister." And then our two boys, they needed their space.
Yeah.
And they needed time for themselves more than our girls.
Yeah.
So I will actually recommend this for anyone, any couple who want to take this big step it is to merge a family, to go on a trip together.
Mm-hmm.
See how it is.
Yeah.
Because
it kind of adjusts your idea, brings it back to earth. You realize there's no ideal family. There will be situations, there will be hiccups.
Yeah.
And it's normal.
Yeah.
It's normal in any family, but now we are more actors. So to sum it up, you have 3 kids, I have 2 kids, and to bring them together, it's a huge step.
Yeah, and also think that we come from different constellations, we come from different lives. And I remember after the trip, you wisely, I can say wisely now, you said that we should take our time and not rush things. And even though my heart wanted to move fast forward, I knew that you were right. Me being very fast. Again, I have learned that in relationships, being fast can be good. I mean, we do things quick, but taking it easy is also good.
Yeah, but in the end, it was a compromise, because I wanted, after the trip, it was in summer, I wanted to wait for a year.
Yeah.
And you wanted to move in as soon as possible. So we moved in together half a year later after the trip, which may sound fast.
We started looking at houses and apartments on on Sundays, where there are typically showcases
Yeah.
and
Viewings.
and we liked the thought of looking at houses, and at first it was like just for fun, but there was an undertone, of course, that this is what we want.
Yeah.
And so we did that for quite a long time, and now in our timeline, quite a long time is not a long time, just to be
Yeah, a few months, half a year,
Yeah,
maybe.
half a year,
we
yeah.
were doing research.
Yeah, but we still needed to talk to the banks, and we still needed all that. We still needed to sell our apartments.
Yeah.
So it was good that we had to go through that period.
Yeah.
And
Didn't buy, for example, there was a big apartment in the city, in Stockholm, that we loved, but it would have been so expensive for us if we bought it.
Yeah,
it's good that we waited and we found a more economically sustainable alternative.
And I think we also, a good thing we did was we talked about a timeline. How long do we want to live in this house?
Yeah.
And how will the kids get to school? What is the maximum time that it has to take to go to school, and for us to go to work as well?
Yeah.
And I think that kind of put us back on track when we found, talked about it. What do we want? What do we need? And as it often happens, then the perfect thing appeared when we least expected it. Because I was thinking, we're not going to find anything now. And then you were sitting, I remember you were mentioning a house you see online. And it was kind of not in the wrong area per se, but it was like too far.
A little bit.
Yeah.
One bridge too far.
Yeah, one bridge too far. And but we said, okay, it's Sunday, we just do it just for fun, as we used to say. It's just for fun.
Just for research.
Yeah. And that was the best just for fun decision we ever made, right?
Here we are.
Yeah, here we are. And the moment we came in, we just fell in love with the place.
Yeah.
And it ticked all our boxes. And even the contractor who built the house, this is a new house where we live in, he helped us creating extra room for kids and just making this the perfect fit for our family.
Yeah.
And that was, I think that was when I knew, okay, now we're ready.
Yeah.
Now we have ticked off all the boxes.
So we moved actually 4 days before Christmas.
Yeah.
And our mission was to have the first very cozy, warm, fun Christmas with kids in the new house.
Yeah.
And first came my 2 kids. Their rooms were set up first, and they were cool. They were fine. Everything went smoothly. And the next day, your kids arrived, and it happened to be your middle daughter's birthday as well. So she was extra excited. I mean,
I forgot.
What a crazy time we had. I mean, now it was 3 days before Christmas. She's turning 12. She's super excited.
Yeah.
The youngest was absolutely ecstatic because we had been keeping a secret from her, a surprise.
Yeah.
She got a very cozy sleeping loft.
Yeah.
She was not aware of. So she was also very happy. But the eldest, he walked around, looked at things, and went down to his room and burst into tears.
Yeah.
And I, frankly speaking, I panicked at that moment. But luckily, it passed very fast.
Yeah.
But it's scary. It is scary. But it was a bit too much for his autistic mind to take in.
Yeah.
And but it blew
It's not what
over
you
very
want to
fast.
see when you spend so much money and so much time, and you think you have built the perfect home, and then they start crying.
Yeah, exactly.
But hey, my daughter did that when we moved into the apartment, so.
Yeah, but I actually think it might sound crazy that we were moving in right before Christmas, but I think it was perfect because we were all off work and school.
Yeah.
We were on holidays. We had all the time to nest,
Yeah.
to get used to this new setting. And the day after your kids arrived, we bought a Christmas tree.
Oh yeah.
And we were decorating it, and everybody was decorating it. Well, except for Max. I think he put up one decoration, then he removed him. So he went to the bedroom and only reappeared for food, which is typical him.
Yeah.
And that's fine. And then we were making ginger cookies.
Yeah.
And it was my friend's daughter came over, and it was just perfect. It was so cozy.
Yeah.
It was so warm. Everybody was happy, and the days were full of laughter and excitement. It was like living inside a Christmas postcard, really.
It was.
Yeah, and then the kids went to their respective parent, and we got to celebrate the first New Year's together in a new house. And the snow was falling.
Oh my God.
The big fluffy flakes.
Yeah.
And it was, again, picture perfect.
It was.
Nothing could go wrong.
No.
But did it?
But did it?
What happened next? Did we have surprises, conflicts we were not expecting, maybe ups and downs?
I mean, every family has its peaks and valleys. But if I have to reflect, the most unexpected surprise for me has been how quiet actually it is in the house. I mean, for our big family,
I'm sure the eldest one wouldn't agree.
maybe not. But you know, but now the kids are older, they have their own rich, full lives. We have wonderful dinner together and family time, but often they're just happy in their rooms and with their friends and
sleepovers.
Yeah, and it's kind of a gentle reminder that we are the safe harbor for them.
Yeah.
And we're not here to keep them angered to us. So that's my biggest surprise. You?
Yeah. Well, I was thinking more like a negative surprise.
Yeah.
And thinking about practical aspects. And I was surprised how fast we ran out of money, because I hoped we would be able to, like save more, and we had this plan to save for our, we love traveling, for family trips and, let's be honest, romantic getaways. But very often I understood that we are both spenders, you and I. We like, for example, inviting each other to dinner, eat out, or cook something fancy, get the best groceries.
And we are not no-sayers, so we
No.
say yes.
And then, walking around in the city, we can be, oh, this would look nice on you. Oh, this would look, and oh, let's just get it. It doesn't happen often, but it's tangible. I mean, I see now that it will take longer for us to save than we thought.
Yeah.
But I also see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I hope. And then conflicts, we have those.
Yeah.
And often when kids fight, we get involved. We step in as referees, and then it's very tempting to defend your biological child. It's almost unavoidable, and you have to think consciously. You have to be aware of that and try to stay objective. They can get into squabbles about who was cheating in the game or who got too rough in the game. And it's a tough age as well. We have 3 young teens and then 1 9-year-old. Things get messy when they play, should I say hang, because only little kids play, duh. So that's work in progress, staying objective, being the referees in their conflicts. It's a skill we're still working on.
Yes, and it is a complex situation of raising kids together, and sometimes we have fundamental challenges of merging our families, but I think it's good to just have it in mind that it takes time,
Yeah.
and it's an ongoing process that we will sort out, hopefully, by doing all the work we do.
Yeah. And the emotional highs and lows, they happen in every family.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
the kids might be, another example, sitting in their own world, in the comfort of their rooms, gaming or watching TikTok, and we come in and we decide it's time for them to unload the dishwasher.
Yeah.
And who would have thought that emptying a dishwasher is a medieval torture? But it seems to be, because every time we hear, no, not my turn again, and this resistance.
It's fun, and I've talked to my friends about it and colleagues, and they have the same problem. So it's just not us, which is kind of comforting.
Yeah, and then there are noise levels, for example. One kid wants to be quiet and have decent levels of noise, while next door there is another kid blasting music and talking to their friends on the phone very loudly. And this is normal again. We have so many kids. We have often situations when they have to compromise and negotiate. But it's a thin line, and you don't want to end up being the evil stepmother, setting the rules. Diplomacy, another skill we're working on. It's an art form.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, and speaking about reality, the highlights of what is our life like now. So we've been living together for over half a year in this house.
Yeah.
What is our reality? The challenge is, we have different parenting styles, and we're trying to find a common ground. And my son said a funny thing recently. He said, "Mom, our rooms are cleaner than the other kids." Well, he meant his sister, because you're a Russian mother, and there can be truth in that. I do come from Siberia, but a disclaimer: I haven't lived there for 20 years. We live in Sweden, and my parents, they ran a tight ship. They were very demanding when it comes to order and how things were organized. And my kids now, they're used to the expectation, and my daughter needs one reminder about her clothes or the dishes or laundry. My son might need 5 reminders, but they know what the expectations are. And you have a slightly different tradition in your family. The youngest can tidy like a pro if she's in the mood, right? The youngest daughter. Then the middle daughter, she has the most trouble with organizing things.
Yeah,
and
but that also comes from ADHD.
Exactly.
And trouble.
So on the one hand, she needs it the most.
Yeah.
She would benefit from it the most, but it is a huge challenge.
Yeah.
And it is also challenging for me to walk by, the room that looks like a bomb exploded there. So I started closing the door, but the knowledge of it being there, it still bothers me. And
I don't see it that way. I'm not that bothered by it. I mean, of course I'm bothered by that she's not willing to, or she's not able to clean her room, and she can never find anything. So it gives her a lot of problems.
Yeah. And so deep down, I'm worried that we are not giving them the skill that they would need in their future lives. But that's an episode of its own, right?
Yeah.
There are other issues.
Well, I think an important thing is the co-parenting, and we both have had another life. Of course, we have exes that are in the picture. It can be complicated. It's not just you and I running the show. It's this whole committee of parents trying to, make sure that all 5 kids, they go where they need to go, and preferably go to school with clean clothes and have done their homeworks, and so there are a lot of things there, And so honestly, a big part is kind of the logistic of it all. I think we have our shared calendar.
Yeah.
It's just a tool where it's the sacred test in that calendar that prevent total chaos. I think if it wasn't for the calendar, it would be total chaos for my part. And so that's a very good thing to have, a Google Calendar. Forgetting to bring some clothes to the other parent can trigger like a household crisis. It seems like we are dangerously close to making color-coded spreadsheet for everything.
We're getting close.
We're getting close. We're not there yet, but it seems like because we need to have that structure to make it work. Like the biggest lesson we can take from all this, from my part, is we need to have, as parents, as co-parents, a genuinely friendly relationship with our co-parent. It's paramount.
Yeah.
And it's not just about being polite in texts. It's about being able to stand together at a school event and genuinely laugh. And when our kids see that their parents, they're standing together, they see us as a team and they feel safe.
Yeah.
So I think that it's important that they know we got their back.
All of us. All the 4 parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So will that happen overnight? No, it won't. From your ex part, I have a fantastic relationship with him. So it has been, on that side, it's been like very good. And that took me by surprise. The first time I met him, he actually gave me a hug. I was like, whoa, what's happening? Yeah. So I think that's important.
It is very important.
And it makes me relax as well towards him.
Yeah.
That this is not a competition. And it is important that it's not a competition. We cannot try and follow each other's footsteps, both families.
It is a challenge at times, but it's very important. And also, I think from the kids' perspective, it's important to remember that everyone needs their pace and space to process what happened. This is fundamental change in their lives. They had a home, and then they were uprooted and planted in a new soil. And then they have step-parents who set boundaries and create rules that they, whether they want it or not, need to listen to, need to take into consideration. And sometimes the best thing is just to let them be. Like your youngest, for example, she can occasionally get sad in the evenings, and she misses her old house and she misses her mom. And it's important to let her know these feelings are normal. And that it's okay that she has those feelings. It's not wrong. We shouldn't say no, but it's great, and try to persuade her how wonderful life is. She will feel that in her own time. And then the middle child, she has her own challenges, of packing and unpacking. It is very it's a daunting task for an ADHD child, and she hasn't learned yet to have clothes in both houses, so she panics when she packs. And it's tough. And again, it's important to validate her feelings and say, of course it's horrible. It's horrible. It's challenging. It's very tough to pack and unpack and live between 2 homes. I mean, my kids, they're used to this situation. I've been divorced for 5 years now. And even they can occasionally feel overwhelmed by living on the move. But, there are long-term studies that show, and the link is in the description, that show that living between 2 houses doesn't have a negative impact on kids and their well-being, psychological well-being, if it's done correctly, if, as you said, there is constructive, low-conflict communication between the ex-spouses, and if we create the environment at home, safe environment where they are allowed to feel what they feel. Their feelings are validated, and where we are there for them and support them every step of the way. Through that transition. And if you in your family feel overwhelmed, it is good to remind ourselves as parents in these new blended families that it's normal. It's not an easy task blending two families, and we'll get there. We do everything right if we sit down and talk, if we try to create this constructive dialogue with the ex-spouse, and if we validate children's feelings, if we validate each other's feelings when we get frustrated. It is a tough job, and we should give each other credit for doing it. But as you said, things don't happen overnight. It's a process. What helped us? Can you name one thing that you think helped us dealing with this challenge? And I like this term, patchwork family, patchworking happiness. That was one idea for our channel, patchwork happiness. What helped us?
I think we started to do our own traditions, and so that made them feel like they were part of something new. Yeah,
I love our new traditions. For example, we have pizza nights, and we make pizzas from scratch. We, for example, make our dough and the sauce, and then everybody creates their own pizzas, and we get together and we eat together. And if we feel gracious enough, we even share pizza with each other, which is occasionally difficult because 3 of our kids are vegetarians, and 2 are not. But anyway, it's a very cozy experience. And then we have this absolutely new, unique tradition, I think. We have Friday cheese platter nights. So every Friday, we are not allowed to cook anything else. Our kids would be dismayed if we did. We buy 4 or 5 types of cheeses and grapes and nuts and honey, maybe some chutney, olives. And we sit and we discuss the week that's passed, and we recommend different combinations of cracker, cheese, grape to each other. And it is just a lot of fun getting together. And then, they look forward to these nights. And they say, oh, tomorrow's Friday, it's a cheese platter night. And if someone has to, for some reason, miss that night, they got it. So that's fun.
Exactly.
And we also try to play board games, emphasis on try, because we have our favorites, but to be honest, board games don't bring our kids to the table as fast as cheese platter does.
No, it doesn't.
And well, that's also understandable because they have their own plans, and they want to relax and play games or watch a film on their own. And it's difficult to sync 5 kids and the 2 of us. But when we manage to do that, it's always a blast.
Yeah, it is.
And we have our favorite. We can talk about that later. What board games?
Yes, absolutely.
And another tradition I think I would like to mention is making traditional Russian food. Yeah. Because
everybody loves that.
Traditional Russian dishes, they are time-consuming. There are a lot of steps, but that's what makes it fun. That's when you have to bring the whole family in. For example, making homemade pelmeni, which is like ravioli. So you make the dough, and then you have to roll, and you have to fill it with something, and pinch, and there are a lot of steps. And then my kids feel like they're experts, and they teach your kids how to do it right. I love it. I love in general that we mix Danish and Russian traditions in our home, and Swedish as well.
Living in Sweden.
Yeah, exactly.
Another thing that I've thought about is letting go of this picture perfect family has helped me a lot, and kind of turn it around. And the reality is that perfect, it is not quite or neat. Our perfect is the mountain of shoes that you come into when you enter the house. And It shows that 5 different kids are coming and going, living their lives. Someone is practicing music while another one is yelling at a TV game, or while we are like sitting there and trying to find out what to make for dinner. And if you can somehow have that as your perfect picture, it's actually making it
Much better.
much better. So I would say our family and our version with this chaotic calendar and endless laundry, and it has so much heart, which just and that's so much better than any perfect picture that would be on Instagram.
It's exhausting. Instagram families are exhausting.
Exactly. It is exhausting. So
Yeah.
I kind of have made that. So that's a tip for everyone. Try and turn it around.
Yeah. Redefine happiness.
Yeah, redefine happiness.
Joy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another very specific thing that I think is important and that helps support our children is spending time with your biological children. You shouldn't forget that, just because you now have this perfect, wonderful person you are over the moon in love with, doesn't mean that you can turn away from your kids and that take away time from them. It's important to spend time with them and remind them that they are still as important as they were and as they will always be for you. And we have, for example, good night talks. They're precious. To have that moment of coming down with each child, talk about the day and talk about how they feel, talk about their class dynamics and friends and anything they want to talk about, and just gentle rub on the back, and it's lovely. And then occasionally I take my daughter to the city, and I loved taking my son to the rock concert, and they open up to you in unexpected ways. For example, he's not the most patient person, but I am a hothead myself. But after the concert, when we couldn't find a taxi, he was the one calming me down and telling me to, okay, chill, mom, we will find it, don't lose your patience. It's okay. I was surprised. And kids need those moments. They need to see that they're important to us.
But we also started to spending time with not just all of our kids.
Yeah, exactly. Mix and match.
That's
another recipe, and I think it's wonderful to try to spend time in different constellations. And we can give specific examples that work when this worked very well. For example, we often hang out with just the 3 of our girls. Because they have common interests. So we can go to the city, we can go to the beach with them. They're ready to go to the beach every day in summer. Or it was fun to sell things at a flea market together. It was very nice. And very often our boys bail on these activities because they're not interested. But it's easy to find something that all the 3 girls are interested in. And then, we had more examples of, for example, spending time with just one child. So one day our preteens and teens didn't feel like going to the beach, so it's the youngest one who wanted to go to the beach with us. And what a blissful day it turned out to be. It was amazing. We were hanging, just the 3 of us, sunbathing, bathing. Then we had a wonderful lunch in a cozy cafe, and then we rented subboards and had a blast on the water. Just exploring the different tiny islands, jumping off the board.
It was so fantastic.
She was euphoric.
She was so
for
euphoric.
Days after.
Lyrical.
Yes, she was. For days she was the happiest kid on the block. And then we've also spent time with her watching all the Harry Potter movies. Every day she would be counting down to the evening waiting for the next Harry Potter movie. It was great to spend time spend time with her. Then she and I, we have a common interest, crafts and arts. We like painting. doing something with clay, and those are just our moments where we sit and we create peacefully, and it's such a joy. It really is. And also, like with the eldest one, I went to have sushi once, and he's very difficult to get outside, and that worked. And the other day we went to get ice cream, and that was also fantastic. Just talking about relationships, about school plans again, or not talking at all, just walking side by side.
He told me that when we were sitting outside this morning. He was like, "Oh, it was so great, and we don't even have to talk to each other just to enjoy being together." It was so good. It's so great.
It's important to spend time in smaller constellations, because when you're fewer in the constellation, there's less pressure to always be synced, and there are fewer conflicts, and there is no such need to compromise. It's much easier.
A more expensive way to do it is like my ex is taking my kids one on a travel, which I think is fantastic.
It is great. I will also want to do that.
I would like to do that as well, but coming back to the financial strain it is to have a house, it doesn't have to be expensive to a foreign country.
There are options. Yeah, with just my kids. We went to Turkey.
That's also good.
It is expensive, but it was precious. We went to Turkey to see my family. You met my family for the first time in April, and then we went to Denmark with just my kids. Half of the trip was with just my kids, and again, it gives you this precious opportunity to bond and to get to know them better. It's more relaxed. Then it's fun to be all of us together, but it's more relaxed, and it's also rewarding to spend time separate with some kids, not everyone. But our family is a work in progress, and we are open to trying new things to strengthen it and to help it, and creating these episodes. That's one step.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very important step. One suggestion that I come across when I research this topic is having family meetings. So family weekly check-ins or meetings. I think that could be something that we could try. A tool could be like during or right after, for example, Friday cheeseburger nights, when everyone is allowed to bring some question or a wish or a concern, raise a concern, and we could discuss it. Maybe we could even remind our kids on Mondays, think about a topic, think about a question for Friday. We could even have a neat box saying, let's get wiser together. This let's get wiser together box, where you could, write a question whenever it pops in your head and put it in the box so we can read it out loud. It could also be, I woke up with this thought today, you could also have like a thank you note, thank you notes attached to the box, where you can write a thank you for something specific that happened that week to anyone in the family. That would be also a nice thing to not only discuss concerns, but also to say, a special thank you goes to, that would be nice. And I read about this tool on Connected Families. The link is in the description. And they suggest, for example, raising questions like, if someone makes a mess in the house, who do you think should clean it up? How could you help our house run as smoothly as possible? The next, it's very important for kids to know that they can bring their questions to the table. And everyone will respectfully discuss them. That's another thing.
Respectfully.
Learning to respectfully react to someone's concerns and questions. And there are a few hotheads in our family, so it will be definitely a challenge, but it's something worth working on. That could be fun to learn to discuss even delicate topics without fireworks.
Sounds like you and me also could
Yeah.
use.
For sure. And if you're interested in introducing family check-ins or meetings, then you can actually visit their website, Connected Families, and they offer a plethora of great tips and advice on how you can run those meetings. It would be fun if you could comment. Write in comments or write to us. There is an email address in the description. We would be so happy to include your stories in our episodes and discuss them. Let's exchange our experiences with these different tricks. Also, if you have a question, you can write to us and we'll be happy to answer your questions in our future episodes. And we are actually thinking, there's been so much focus on kids this episode, but a patchwork family is not only about kids. We should definitely think about their well-being and their experience, but we should never forget about us as important actors in this whole new family. So our next topic will be how to keep our love alive.
Perfect.
Yeah. 5 kids and still in love.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, sounds great.
Yes.
So, thanks for being here with us today.
Yeah, hit like and subscribe and share this episode with someone who you think might be interested in the topics that we discuss.
Yeah.
And
this was Modern Family Real Talk. See you next time.
See ya.
Love you.
I love you. This was such a mess.